Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today, as you can tell from the title and as you may also be able to tell from this little bag sneaking in the corner here, I have a Primark makeup video which is basically a testing out Primark makeup, partly like reviewing it and like trying it out for the first time, first impressions, and then just like a full face of Primark makeup, let's do my makeup together and get ready together kind of thing. It's basically just a makeup video. No, I said that wrong. It's basically just a video revolving around Primark makeup and we're putting it on my face together. That is today's video. I have this giant bag of Primark makeup here, which is a little bit oversized, I'm not gonna lie. Like, obviously makeup is not that big, but it is jam-packed with makeup, but makeup's not that large and in charge, so it doesn't quite fill the bag up, but all the makeup is in here. I'm gonna stop rambling now. I'll put my Instagram and my TikTok down below, which is at georgieiclarke, which you should definitely go and follow me on if you're not already, because I do a lot of like Primark content on there and like makeup. Well, I say makeup, that's a complete lie. I don't think there's a single makeup video on my TikTok, but Primark makeup and no, why do I keep saying makeup? Primark makeup and Primark stuff and other things like that go on that page that you miss out on, so I'll leave them down below. Without me blabbering on anymore, we're gonna delve into this bag, get some makeup out and stick it on my face. We're gonna start out with the vitamin enriched moisturizing primer, which I have literally had for the longest time and I just haven't used it. Like, I don't know why, but it kind of works because it means that I can do like a first impressions in this video. This is, I've just dropped that, meant to be a dupe of the Bobbi Brown vitamin enriched face base. And the Bobbi Brown one, I love the smell of it, and this one has a smell to it, but it's not quite the same. But she's looking like a nice consistency, so I feel like we're off to a good start. And this was £4.50, which I feel like is kind of pricey for Primark makeup, but then again, when they have the pricier pieces, I feel like it is normally for a reason. Like, it is normally really good. It smells a bit like an old lady, but like in quite a nice way, like an old lady who like used to be a fashion designer when she was younger, and now she's retired in this beautiful like giant countryside home, and she always has a lemon drizzle cake on her counter that she's bought from like the local farmer's market, and like she makes delicious husbands, she makes delicious like dinners for her husband and stuff. Like that kind of old lady vibes, like the vibes that we all want to be when we're older. It kind of smells like that. She's feeling a little bit tacky, but I kind of like that because it should hopefully make my makeup like stick to that, if you know what I mean. So next up we are going, are we actually? Are we gonna do that now? Yeah, we will. Next up we're gonna go with one of my absolute favourite Primark makeup products. This is the PS Flawless Glow, which I'm now looking at this and I think this is gonna be too dark for my skin tone. This is in the shade Honey. I already have this in another shade and I cannot remember what that shade is, but it's definitely a lighter shade, and that's at my house down in Cornwall. So I bought another one because I love it so much that I can have one here. This is £5 and it says it is a Radiant Glow Primer Foundation Hybrid, but basically in other terms it's just a dupe of the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter, and I absolutely love this product. Okay, I don't think that's too bad actually. We can actually that is not that bad. I actually think that's actually a pretty good colour match. How many times am I going to say actually? This just adds like a glow and a tiny little bit of coverage, which I absolutely love. Like on days where I don't want to put makeup on really, but I want makeup on because I'm going out or whatever, this is perfect. I just chuck this on, a little bit of bronzer and some under eye concealer, and you're good to go. Because it honestly, sometimes it can look like you've got a full face, not like a full face because you've not got all the contour, but like, do you know what I mean? It can like still look so nice because this product is just amazing. I kind of feel like I should bring you in a little bit closer so you can see a little bit better, but I don't know if that's going to be too up close and personal for my liking. I'll leave it like this, but if maybe it's better closer up, I'll keep a note of that for next time. Next up in my Primark bag of goodies, I have got the My Perfect Colour Illuminating Foundation, which is yet again another dupe. Like, I love Primark makeup because they just do so many dupes and they are really good, but they're like a lot cheaper. And this is supposedly a dupe of the Nars Radiant Foundation, I think. Something along those lines. I've not actually tried the Nars one, so I can't really compare this. Although I have tried the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter, I did forget to mention that. And this one, the Primark alternative, is like pretty much just as good and it is so much cheaper. But yeah, I haven't tried the original foundation of this, if that makes sense, but we'll try the dupe, which I got in the shade Cashew. Let's hope I picked the right shade. This is meant to be an illuminating foundation with SPF 20. It was £6 and I cannot get the lid off. There we go. I'm just going to do it exactly as I normally would my foundation, although we might be here a while trying to get the pump to work. So I literally just put it on my finger, dot it all over my face, and then blend it out with a beauty blender. So that is what we shall do. This feels quite thick. I normally use the ordinary serum foundation, and I otherwise use the, why can't I get my words out today? I otherwise use the MAC Face and Body, which are both quite like lightweight, a little bit watery foundations, whereas this is really like thick feeling, which is really different to me. Like, I'm not used to that. This is a moment of truth as to whether it's actually going to be the right colour for me now that I blend it out. Can you hear that? Why is that so loud? I think I might have managed to get away with this, although to be honest I can't really tell because my mirror down here is very, very dirty and in need of a clean. But I actually don't think that's a bad shade match, and if I blend it down my neck, which I will do, I think we might be able to get away with that. I've just realised I completely forgot to say at the start that I obviously have already done my eye makeup, because I didn't get any brow products from Primark because there just weren't any that were picking my fancy. But my lashes are from Primark, and they are the 3D Angel lashes. They were only £2, and they're the fake lashes that I'm wearing now, but it's just so much easier doing fake lashes off camera. And then bottom lash mascara, completely forgot about that when I was in Primark, so I didn't pick up a mascara. Because I was like, oh, I've got the lashes, that's my eye makeup done. Completely forgot that I also put mascara on my bottom lashes. So that's why I would have got my eye makeup done. A little bit of a fail there, but the lashes are Primark, which is the main thing. And like I said, they're the 3D Angel. And I'm actually a big fan of them. Like, I am very, very fussy with lashes. But these are actually quite a nice style. Like, I definitely will wear these again. Definitely haven't got away with this colour match. It is a little bit too orangey for me. Maybe if I had fake tan on, this would be alright. So it's not quite the perfect shade, but I'm going to try and make it work. I am actually quite a big fan of this foundation. It's a little bit more full coverage than what I'm used to. I can kind of feel it on my skin a little bit, but I'm hoping that like once it's settled I won't have that, like, you know, feeling makeup on my face feeling, because I'm not a big fan of that. But it's actually so nice, and I do actually need a new foundation because they're discontinuing the ordinary foundation, which is what I use, and I'm absolutely gutted about it. So this could potentially become my new foundation if I manage to get it in the right shade slash fake tan to match it. And now for concealer, I keep seeing this all over TikTok, this Illuminate Under Eye Concealer. This was £3 and I got it in the shade Cashew. And again, I don't know if this is going to be the right colour. We can only hope. At the moment, I just realised I forgot to use a product. I was meant to put this on before my foundation. This is the PS Get the Glow Radiance Boosting Liquid Highlighter, which to me would make me think that you just put it like on your cheekbones like a normal highlighter, but the size of this tube and the fact it's got like a little squeezy pump makes me think that this is like an under the skin glow type thing. So I was meant to put this on after the Charlotte Tilbury dupe, but I obviously completely forgot. So somehow I need to try and put this on over the top of my makeup if that is going to work. We'll cross that bridge in a second. First off, I need to cross this bridge of getting the lid off of this concealer, which I am finding incredibly difficult. Why is there no perforated edge for me to be able to remove this plastic from? How do you expect me to do it with fake nails, which actually are also from Primark? These are the Primark £1 fake nails, which I do actually think they're discontinuing by the looks of things. They're still doing their fake nails, but they're changing the packaging and making them a little bit more expensive, like literally everything in life at the moment. But I absolutely love Primark fake nails. I wear them all the time and I use the glue that comes with them, and it lasts me about a week, which is just perfect really, because then I want to put a new set on. So yeah, these are actually Primark fake nails that I've got on, talking of, but they are actually making getting this packaging off this concealer incredibly difficult. Like, they've literally covered this concealer in plastic and there's no dotted edge in which I can get it off with, so I've got nothing in there to help me either. So right, I need to get some scissors, bear with. There we go, now we've got in there. Oh, that feels so nice. I'm not going to be able to do this again after I've got the concealer on it, so I'm just going to make the most of this little spongy thing being like spongy and clean, because that feels lovely. I don't think this is a dupe for anything. It's giving me the vibes of the, what is the Maybelline like eraser eye concealer, like it's giving me those vibes, but I don't think it's a dupe of that, because obviously that's like drugstore price range anyway. So I don't think this is actually a dupe of anything. I think it's just meant to be a really good concealer, and that's why people are raving about it. Is there any concealer going to actually come out today though, because I feel like I've been twisting this for ages. Are you joking me? Are you actually joking? I have literally just been twisting this to get some concealer out. Can you see that there's already like that much product missing, and I've not even got any concealer out yet? Like, it's starting to come out, but it's not come out yet. This is in fact not too dark at all. This is potentially too light, but Then at least it will brighten my foundation up a little bit. But I'm not being funny. Can you see how much concealer I've got underneath my eyes, okay? Look at how much product has gone. I'm not happy about that. That was only £3. It's not exactly expensive, but also I would like to use it more than twice. That I think I'm actually quite a fan of. I'm still not too sure what the hype is. I feel like I need to use it a little bit more to understand why people are going absolutely crazy for it. But as far as concealers go, I feel like it's a nice concealer. Now I need to try and, actually no. Next up we are going with potentially my all-time favourite Primark beauty product ever. This is the PS Bronze Whip, which I've had for about a year now. This is another dupe. This is a dupe of the Chanel Tan de Chanel bronzer, which I do also have. I absolutely love it. I think I might do a TikTok at some point doing like a half and half face comparing the real products and then the dupes from Primark, because I've got quite a few. I feel like that could be a good TikTok, so make sure you follow me over on there to see that. But anyway, back to what I was talking about. This I absolutely love. I have 2 of these again. It's one of those things that I bought, absolutely loved. When I saw it was back in stock, I then snapped it up again because I love it. And that is the one annoying thing about Primark makeup, is that like you can find something really, really good and then next time you go in and they don't have it in stock, and then you have to wait like 27 weeks for it to be back in stock, which is slightly frustrating. But if you see this in your Primark, unless it's the Cambridge Primark because that's where I shop, grab it because it is so good. It's basically just like a whipped bronzer. On the side it says it's velvet finish whipped cream bronzer, and I absolutely love this. I don't really use my Chanel one anymore. It just sits in my drawer because I actually almost prefer this. And I'm just going to put this on with the Refi brush. I just do this and then easy peasy, lemon squeezy, dust it all over the face. I feel like my under eyes look incredibly white on camera. I don't really know because if you find us too far away to see, but I feel like they might look a little bit too bright, but let's just do that to just, you know, make that work. I shouldn't really put too much bronzer on because this foundation is a little bit too dark for me, but like I really cannot help myself when it comes to this product. I love to just load it up. Also, if you couldn't tell already, I'm not a makeup artist and I don't do makeup videos very often. In fact, like if I do a makeup video, it's once in a blue moon. This is a very rare occasion, but I just thought we could try out Primark Beauty together. So just, this is not for recreational purposes. This is like a do not try at home type thing. This is just me trying out Primark makeup and filming me doing it. This is in no way a tutorial because I actually don't know what I'm doing. Am I going to be slightly Oompa Loompa orange vibes today because I just haven't gone light-handed with this bronzer when my foundation was too dark for me? Yeah, I think I am, but I'm going to go with that. Next up, I'm going to try and incorporate this somehow. Like I said, I was going to put this on underneath my foundation and completely, not underneath, yeah, underneath my foundation. I said what I said, but I completely forgot. So I'm just going to put this like on as a normal highlighter because like I'm just confused as to what this is, like I said, because the description of it makes it sound like it's just a highlighter, but the packaging and how this looks like it's a skin glow type thing. This was also only £3.50 and it's a really big tube, which I was quite impressed with. Just gonna pop this. Okay, it's subtle, but I like subtle highlighter. I'd prefer it to be buildable than for me to literally look like I've stepped out of year 6 disco and I'm absolutely sweating my tits off, but actually in fact I've just put too much highlighter on. I'm actually quite a fan of that. I quite like that. Next up though, contour, which I'm so excited about. First up, I have the foundation and contour stick in the shade Honey. I have used this for ages, like it is absolutely tattered and battered, but I absolutely love this. It is so creamy. I don't know if this is actually a dupe of the Bobbi Brown foundation stick because it's kind of similar packaging. I actually did not look what I was doing then, so luckily that's actually in somewhat decent placement. But yeah, I don't know if this is meant to be a dupe of the Bobbi Brown one, but regardless of whether it is or not, this is so good. Like, it's my favourite contour product. It is so creamy, it blends out so well. I don't know how much it was because the price isn't on here anymore, but I think it was like £2.50. And I feel like so many people rave about it, but like I can see why, because it is just so good. Like, it just blends in so well. And then I have this. I managed to get my hands on the cream contour, like Charlotte Tilbury Contour 1 dupe. This again was £4.50, which I thought was a little bit pricey, but it is part of the PS Pro range, which normally is quite good. So I've heard people rave about this again on TikTok. I had someone comment on one of my videos the other day saying how good this was, and I haven't actually tried it yet because I've been saving it for this video. So I am so excited to finally try it. Again, just need to make the most of the little fluffy thing before it gets covered in makeup. Oh, my camera battery is about to run out of charge. Let's see if I can quickly do this. No, do you know what? I'm not going to be able to quickly do this because I know what my camera battery is like. Let me change the battery and then we can try this. The camera might have moved slightly because I had to obviously change my battery, but now we can finally try this out. I don't know how much to use because Obviously I've never used it before, and I have also obviously just used the contour stick, so I'll go with that and we can always build on it. It does in fact actually say on the label buildable coverage, so we will go with that. Okay, this blends out so well. Although does it actually? Wait a second. That looks like it was going a little bit patchy then. Whereas the contour stick isn't patchy, it blends out super well. I do still feel like I prefer the contour stick. I do need to give the wand a little bit more of a test out though, to be fair. I feel like I need to try it a couple more times before I can like form a proper opinion. But I do feel like the contour one was a little bit more patchy than the stick. The stick is just so creamy. It's literally like velvet butter. Like it blends out so well. So just, I would put, there was a there was a lot of jumbling up of words then. The stick is cheaper and I would at the moment say that I'd go for that, but like I said, I do need to try out the wand a couple more times before I can give like a proper valid opinion. Normally I would next go in with cream blush, but the only cream blush they had was like the blush version of this, which is also a dupe of like the Charlotte Tilbury blush ones, and I was so excited when I saw that they had them in stock. But then I looked at the shade because they only had one shade in stock, and the shade that they had in stock was basically just like a highlighter. Like there wasn't really any colour to it. It was just like a champagne-y, very shimmery colour, and I just thought I don't actually really like that. So I just got a powder blush instead. This was £1.50 and it's in the shade Desire. Now normally I do love to put like cream blush on and then powder blush on top of that to really like give me some colour. So I'm just going to have to load it up with this blush and hope for the best. Woo! I don't know why I'm smelling it. Why am I smelling it? Why do I expect a powder blush to have a smell? Which, if you're curious, by the way, it doesn't. This is a shade, which I actually think is quite a sweet little shade. It was the only one they had in stock, so I didn't really have much choice. But actually, looking at it now, I think that's actually quite lovely. Now, it says it's a high pigment blusher, so how high pigment are you? Not very high pigment. To be fair, when it comes to blush, I normally let the cream blush do the talking, and then the powder blush I just put on top for a little bit of like va-va-voom, for like a little bit of finishing off basically. So I don't normally need my powder blush to be that pigmented, but today I do. I would also normally powder after I've done all my cream products, so I would normally like put cream blush on, then powder, then put this like powder blush on top. And I do have a Primark powder. I don't know why my voice is so croaky this morning. I do have a Primark powder. It's like the high coverage foundation powder, which again I feel like I've seen quite a few people rave about in like, just like not necessarily recently, but like in the past I've seen people rave about it. But again, that's at my house down in Cornwall, which is super annoying. So I don't have a powder for this video because I didn't want to like buy a new one just for the sake of the video because it's a bit wasteful. So I don't have a powder, but I don't actually think I really need a powder today because this foundation looks, it's meant to be illuminating, but it's not actually giving me that much glow. I think it might be because it's like quite a high coverage foundation that it's like, I don't know. Normally I feel like I'd have to set my foundation because it would still have a bit of a sheen to it, but today I actually don't think I would, even if I had the powder, I wouldn't put it on because I am looking a little bit matte. I'm now going to spritz my face. Is spritz the right word? Spray, set, make my skin wet? That was a little bit rhyme and a little bit weird, I didn't mean to say that. This is the PS Hydrating Priming Spray, which arguably you should use to prime your makeup and put it on before. This is the second one I have of these. I used to have the pink one, which I think was peach, and it smelled absolutely delicious. And I used it all up, and then my mum bought one and didn't want it. So I have hers, which is orange and wild mint fragrance, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but it was a freebie. I think these are like £2.50, maybe like £3 when you buy them. And I literally use this every day. Once I finish my makeup, I just spray it all over, and I just feel like it fuses everything together really well. It makes all the powders and the creams settle really well together. And I feel like if I don't do this step, I can notice a difference. Like once I've sprayed this, give it 15 minutes, I look back at my makeup and I feel like it looks a bit better. And I'm hoping this is going to add a little bit more like dewiness to my skin. I feel like my skin looks a little bit matte for my liking. I feel like that foundation is a little bit heavy. So I'm hoping this will just like, you know, make everything look a little bit lighter. And I literally drown my face in it, as you can see. And then lastly I have this. I didn't get any lipsticks because again I just didn't see the point of getting one because there wasn't any that they did This isn't making sense. They didn't do any in any shades that I liked, so there's no point me getting one, it's just a bit wasteful. But I did get this, which is the Peach Iced Tea fragranced lip exfoliator. This was only £1 and I got sucked in by the flavour. This reminds me of like the makeup that you used to get in magazines when you were younger. Does anybody else get that vibe? Because it's giving me that vibe. It tastes delicious. I'm going to put this on and then I'm going to put my normal lipstick on, and then we can do like an outro and do like a little final review run through of the makeup. Okie dokie, now time for a little run through of the makeup. First off, absolutely love this. Like I said, I've tried it before, absolutely love it, and I've tried it like on its own and with makeup on top, like literally cannot fault it, absolutely love it. Foundation, to be fair, my fault, not quite in the right shade. If I had fake tan on with this, I think it would make the foundation look a lot better, because obviously a foundation is not going to look its best when it's not the right shade. But I do quite like it. It's a little bit heavier than I expected, but I'm definitely going to still use it. Like on days when I want a bit more of a fuller coverage, if I'm going out in the evening or something, this is definitely going to be my go-to foundation. And to be fair, thinking about it, the Nars foundation that I have, which is the Sheer Glow, is more full coverage than my normal foundation anyway. So I think I just use a quite light coverage foundation on a day-to-day basis, which is why this just felt a bit heavy for me. This, the Prep and Protect little primer, so far I'm loving. Felt so nice on the skin and definitely felt like a really good dupe of the Bobbi Brown. This I think is really nice, very versatile, really nice colour as well, really easy to blend, and I would definitely recommend. That was a rhyme, I didn't even mean to do that. The blush actually wasn't too low coverage. Like once I built it up a bit, it actually worked quite well, and for £1.50 can't really complain. The cream contour one, like I said, I need to work with a little bit more. It was a little bit patchy today, but I need to give another try and like try it out with some other products, and I did already have cream contour on underneath it, so maybe it'd be better just on its own. The cream bronzer and the cream contour stick, like I said, are two of my favourite makeup products anyway. Like I've used them for like over a year now. I absolutely adore them. And the concealer I'm quite a fan of, but I'm not a fan of how much product has been used already just in that one use, like I said. And this I do feel like has given my makeup a little bit more of a glow to it. Like if I look at my skin now, it does look a little bit more dewy than it did before, and I just feel like it fuses everything together really well. And the lashes, before I forget them, because I almost did, I actually really like these lashes. I didn't use the glue that came with them, I just used my normal glue, but in terms of the shape of them, I'm actually a really big fan. And the Primark fake nails, I cannot complain about them. I love them, they are my favourite. So overall, I think that was actually pretty good. I love Primark makeup anyway. Like from what I've already tried, I think it is so good. And like the price range and the fact they do, I don't know why I'm clapping, the fact they do really good dupes is just amazing. Like I get so excited when I see on TikTok like a new Primark makeup product that is a dupe of something else. Like it literally makes me want to run to Primark and get it because I know it's going to be good. So yeah, that is the video done. Do not sleep on Primark makeup. It is honestly so good and I absolutely love it. And I'm really glad that we got to try this stuff out together. Although I'm not a makeup person really, like I wear makeup but I don't really do makeup, does that make sense? I actually quite enjoyed doing this video, so I hope you enjoyed it too. Give it a thumbs up if you did, subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I shall see you at some point soon in another video. Bye!